Spice One. I was the biggest fan of Spice One.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, Spice
Shout out to
Spice
One.
One's
Spice.
my top five. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was about 12,
Yeah.
13, man, I was a Spice One head, man, and it was like
Hmm.
even one time we had did a show in Houston, and Spice One was there, and he had on like one of my shirts. I was like, damn, that's G, man. I fuck with the kids,
Yeah.
dude, man.
Yeah, Spice One was hard. You was signed to Scarface's label, Face to Face. You was one of the first artists signed to his labels. I remember it was you and I remember it was a cat,
DMG
yeah, DMG and
Hmm.
Face Mob.
and Face
Hmm.
Mob, yeah.
And Face Mob. How did you run into Scarface? Was he recruiting you?
No, actually, man, R.I.P. Big K. Big K was like one of Jay Prince's like enforcers. So
Mhm.
the apartments that I was living in and stuff, they had a pre-production studio over there. And I was just out on the block doing what I do. And like on the block that I was on, if you came to the store where we was hustling at, and our mentality and my mentality was you there for something. So whatever it was that you pulling up there for, I had it. So I'm running up to you, trying to see if this is what you want to get. So, by them on
Mhm.
smoke or whatever, it was like boom. They blew and stuff and let me know they had like a little studio in the back of the apartments or whatever come through there. And as I started going through there, taking them sacks and stuff, they approached me with the rap stuff. And I was like, I don't do no rapping, bro, but I ain't, so as time it went on, I started coming over there, kicking it, and like I say, RIP Wild Black Monks, man, he really invested a whole lot of time and energy into me, and already, you had N.O. Joe there, you had Damo, Ghetto Boys DJ,
Mhm.
Damo. You had and then Face, Bushwick, Big Mike, 3-2, RIP 3-2, RIP Bushwick, man. All of them was always there. That was the spot. Beto, so that was the spot. And as I'm there and becoming affiliated with him, I guess just at my age, being on what I was on and doing what I was doing, it was like it just all transpired and took place how it took place.
You was around some heavy hitting dudes because all of them dudes did a lot of the, especially N.O. Joe. N.O. Joe had some shit going. N.O. Joe later on wound up doing rhymes like Wait for Ice Cube.
Yeah, Joe was bad. Joe was bad
Yeah, N.O.
dude,
Joe was
man.
a bad boy.
Yeah.
N.O. Joe was a bad boy. Did you ever get to work with Mike Dean back then?
Yeah, I worked with Mike Dean. Mike Dean, that's my bro, man. Me and Mike Dean was like the official engineer, like the official mixer and master for Rap Alive. So it was like everything that was coming out of Rap Alive was coming like through Mike Dean and stuff.
Hmm.
Mm.
Let me
Yeah,
let me ask
like
you, had you, I know you were super young, but had you heard of Jay Prince even in the street? Were you familiar with him?
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So
So
was it
you
was
too
it
young to
Jay
get
that
mad.
approached you for the music, or it was just his associates like Joe and them?
Like I say, it started off with Big K introducing
Hmm.
me to him, and
Okay.
then with AWOL, at the time AWOL wasn't AWOL, he was going by Hitman. But
Hmm.
before the Black Monk thing kicked off, it was just me, AWOL, N.O. Joe, Damo. We was always in the apartment in the pre-production studio just doing what we do. And as time transpired and went on, because you gotta think like this is probably the era of rap a lot where um they were still up and coming, getting on, and then I think what Mind playing tricks on me probably took them to a whole nother level.
You
Hmm.
know, for
So
sure.
after like the Mind playing tricks on me blew up and did what it did the way it did, everything started, the domino effect started coming afterwards. So it's
Hmm.
like I was right there, like right when the wave of after the Mind playing tricks on me had took them to a whole nother level and things was really jumping off and getting on.
Hmm.
Okay, so when did Face hear you? When did you get introduced to Scarface?
Before bringing on, before all that, like Face was like I say, like they was still coming off the Mind playing tricks on me era or whatever. So it was like as he come to the studio, for the longest it was just more of like little badass this, little badass that, and and then I'd be like whatever new I wrote or whatever new I had going on, they'll be like, man, let them hear that or spit that or play this. And it would just be like, little bad ass nigga here, this what it is. And then like you already had like the I guess the kid rap era or kid wave going on at the time with like the Kris Kross'S and the illegals and the ABCs and all of those
Right.
stuff. So it was just like, Rap a lot is the type of label that they are and affiliated how they affiliated and this is the type of music they put out and I fit the protocol and it all made sense at the end of the day.
Yeah, it makes
So
sense because if you was gonna be a little kid on rap, like you damn sure had to be kicking some gangster shit like you was.
Yeah.
hey,
Because
so
that
the
was
first
real
the
gangster
first
rap back.
record. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Still, go ahead.
No, you got to go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So the first record that, if I recall, you were on Scarface's "The World Is Mine." Was that the first Scarface record you was on?
Yeah, the first Scarface record, yeah.
Right,
I think
right,
the Bring It On was before that though. But far
right.
as just Scarface solo, yeah.
Yeah, what was the song y'all did? Because I can't place the title, but y'all was going back and forth on the song.
It's
What was
funky
the
Uh
little nigga.
Funky Little Nigga.
Funky Little Nigga? Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, funky little nigga. Because that tripped me out when I first heard that. So I'm gonna ask you a question now. How old was you when you was on the road with them cats, man? You did get to go on the road with them, right?
Yeah, I was like 13, 12, 13 at the
Let me
time.
ask you this, man, because I'm gonna tell you it's a lot of stuff that goes on that world, that road, man. It's a lot of women everywhere, and you with some the hottest gangster rap group of the time, man. They big as hell. What was going on out there, man? Was you behaving yourself?
Not at all. Not at
Tell
all.
me some stories, dog.
Warren
You
Lee.
got a girl at home now?
Warren Lee. Nah, but now yeah, man, it was like, it was and when I look back on it now, the effects of it has like caused my value that I place in women to be on something that's like probably ain't cool because it's like at that age, I'm doing nothing but grown up shows, nothing but grown up women. And these women is not even caring about their age and nothing. They just, the status and what you got going on is like, hey, so it's like at that time I'm naive to the fact that I'm my age that I am and these women are grown. I'm just me and we everybody doing what we do. We blowing and popping bad chicks or whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, it was like, damn. But then it used to be like a joke thing, like real funny, because it'll be like, oh, he's so cute, yada 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 yada. And like them niggas will be sick in the moment, like, okay, you think he just a little kid and it's a game and it'll be like it'll turn real grown, real grown, nasty, and mature real fast, man.
Oh man, so let me ask you this: what was the oldest chick you knocked down when you was 12 or 13?
I don't have no knowledge of that big still. I ain't gonna lie.
You ain't gonna lie, you just knew you was just doing your thing, huh?
Yeah, I know. Protocol, the clubs we was doing, you supposed to been 18 and up.
Mhm.
So anywhere from 18 on up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah, yeah.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it wasn't too many OG chicks up in there. I'm pretty sure there's 25, 26 age range.
Probably. And then you man, like certain environments, um, your environment is like you gravitate toward what the scene is. So it's like if you at a Ghetto Boy Scarface concert, pretty much what's gravitating toward is like hood chicks and
Right,
project chicks and G chicks
right.
and ain't nobody tripping, man. It's a bunch of G's and this what we affiliate with, this what we gravitate toward, and hey, ain't nobody mad at the end of the day.
Yeah. Let
So
me let me ask you this too, Lo. So being that you were out on the road, and obviously, these is real, a lot of these cats are street niggas and they street acts as well. Did y'all ever encounter like gangster shit out on the road? Did you ever have to witness some of that?
Hell yeah. I think one time we was doing a show in I want to say San Francisco. And like the minute we stepped on stage, I don't know what it jumped off, but like, them things got the ringing and and then it used to be like It used to be spots where, like in Dallas, man, they had a club I think called Genesis or something like that, man. And the moment we stepped off the tour bus, you cars getting broke. Yeah, it was a whole like one of the spots that I know for shit show that they super respected and everybody was on their P's and super on like all security, everything on deck. I think was like I want to say like East St. Louis or whatever. Like
Mm.
yeah, like it was, and then like um I know one of the memories I have that stay in my brain that I never forget. And I was chopping it up. You know, I don't want to, disrespect your show by mentioning no other shows, but I was chopping it up with, a dude from the Shy. And I remember we had did a show in Southside Chicago, the amphitheater. And
Mm.
they had the it was like us, Easy E, um I forget who else was on there, but it's like in the middle of our show, like we stopped it and like introduced Shorty G out, and Shorty G came out, and the whole theater, started throwing up, but they throw up, and it was like, damn, like even when we was in the mall, like them Shot Town dudes, like the folks down there, they was like they told our security, hey, y'all man, we're going ahead and burn, bro. Like we got face, be good, like we got y'all, and it was respected, and it was like, damn, this some real gangster shit here, man. Like, yeah, but
Yeah, I
it was real.
noticed with rap a lot, they real heavily influenced with the Chicago cats because you had Larry Hoover on the early Ghetto Boy albums and everything else. So they do definitely got a special bond going on
Yeah,
with Chicago and through the Midwest as a whole, because the Midwest, if I'm not wrong, outside of Texas, that was one of the first places that the Ghetto Boys took off at, the rap a lot really took off at, like the Clevelands, the Chicagos, and the
Yep.
St. Louis's and the Kansas Cities and all them, different places.
yeah. I
Where rap
think
a lot.
even I think even like somewhere in like no, I'm not correct, but I think like either in like Gary, Indiana, or somewhere in
For
that
sure.
area, they got a whole clique called the Ghetto Boys. Like back
Mhm.
then, I don't know if it's still, but yeah, like yeah, it was love out there.
I
Let me
believe
ask
that.
you too, Lo. Oh, go ahead. My bad, still.
No, you got to go on, Court. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna tell you. So during that era, we seen an emergence of, like you said, kid rappers coming up. Were you ever? Did you ever mesh or be around some of the other acts back in the day, the Kris Kross'S and the Did you ever come across them? And how did you relate to them? Because you was like in a lane by yourself at the time.
Who I related to and who I really felt and rocked with outside of like Houston, the Fifth Ward Juveniles was that group Illegal.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's funny, man. Luke, Uncle Luke, one time had threw us a concert out there in Miami, and Face young and wild, man. He be so he tried to like pump me up to like squabble Kris Kross, any one of them, but I wasn't able to like just physically get access to them. But that's the type stuff me and Face used to be on, man. Like,
So Scarface wanted you to whoop Kris Kross'S ass.
yeah, man, just dry, just doing something, no personal
Yeah.
reasons or nothing, but it
Yeah.
was, but like, we had did a show in Atlanta, and the little dude, Malik from Illegal, it was us, Legal, Onyx, and Illegal, like he really rocked with me and rap a lot. So it's like he had parked his car, jumped on the tour bus with us, and like, rap a lot was real like protective of, me because I get loose and get wild. So when me and Malik got together, we had snuck off, jumped in the cab and burnt, and they was and we just was doing us, and they was pretty hot about it. But yeah, that group illegal, man, like I really rocked them dude. Them dude at my age and them being my age, they was really like on the same wavelength. And
And they
Yeah,
from the East Coast, right? Wasn't they from New York or something?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
Jamal might have been like from Philly or something, but I ain't
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I think they
Right.
from up that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
them dudes definitely was your counterparts as far as with that street shit. Let me ask you this, man: did Jay Prince ever just get in your ass like, "Look, little nigga, I'm tired of talking"?